Hello and welcome back to this Trails to Azure Let's Play with me, SLJ RPG. In the last episode we dealt with the final cryptid and also with this West Highway monster elimination, and in today's episode we're going to be doing ourselves some little other works before heading over to the Dole investigation. So I think first things first, we should go check out the Crossbell Airport. And as you can see, the giver of this is actually the Kapua delivery service, which is something that we've been very obviously in the previous games, I've got to know. But let's head to the airport, which I do believe is on Ursula, sorry. And this looks like one of the guys. Excuse me, are you with the Kapua delivery service? I am. Who are you guys? Crossbell Police, Special Support Section. Came to speak about your support requests. Ah, you! Thanks a bunch, I'm in a real bind here. Job's gonna take a while to complete. Are you ready to start now? Accept. It was about misdelivered packages. That's correct. Company delivers parcels all over the continent. Made an error when we were in Crossbell. Several packages were listed with incorrect addresses by our staff and ended up in wrong locations. That would be a problem. How does a mistake like this happen? President's a bit of a scatterbrain. This isn't the first time something like this has happened. One time he even mixed up delivery slip with a friend's letter. President sounds clumsy, I won't deny it, but he's a good man. Now we have nowhere to go. He took us in with open arms. I go off topic. I need you to re-deliver packages that end up going to the wrong addresses. Usually local shipping company takes care of deliveries, so I have no idea where I was going. Simple enough. Do you know all the names to package are? Yes, according I have. Past month said I ended up in Maine's Desigolin. There's also a package in going to a private home in residential district that went to St. Ursula, and then we've got the fragile package and the luggage tag. There we go. How very confusing. We can handle it, we certainly can. Let's go to the Zygle. First, seems like a very easy thing for us to do, so let's head back into here, get to the garage, get to our car, which I did pimp up a little bit. So now we have a Mishy one, so let's ride ahead. We firstly going to go head towards the main Dezygle. So let's have a quick overview, just so I don't forget. So he did explain, but apparently we can't get them all here. So let's head to the inn. Speak to the lovely lady here. Jackpot, there we go. Well, actually, explain the situation. We handed over the fragile package. The drinking glasses package is yours. Is this where she tells us where it's wrong? A heavy bag. Let's drop to St. Ursula's. We should inquire at the reception desk. We certainly shall. Indeed. Right, let's ride the Mishy mobile down to St. Ursula's. Head there, head into here. Whilst we're here, I'll quickly double check that we can't get the stew from a couple of months back. Here we go. Regarding a quest, explain the misdelivered packages. Okay, let's head up to the stairs. This, of course, isn't the way. The best way is this way, I believe. We've, of course, been to nurse stations before. I'm guessing the final one is going to be something that we're going to have to figure out where it goes. Here we go. Are we interrupting? Hello, SSS. Someone here was trusted to make an order of medical supplies. Well, not Dole. Undelivered packages. Shouldn't jump to conclusions. Water under the bridge. We'll give it to the right person. There must be one of the houses. The abandoned one. My guess is it's actually going to belong to the Cross. This is actually going to end up being Maribel's, and that I don't know that house is simply a house that they never in there because they're always working. That is the thought process here. So let's head to the garage. Head to the abandoned house. Can't smash those boxes. How very annoying. Right. We still got the geofront key, actually. We do. I wondered if Jonah's there, but it appears we can't get to go see, which sucks. But oh well. So, not seeing anyone inside. Did someone mess up? What's wrong, Tio? Nothing. Hold on. Is it open? Indeed. So, is this going to end up becoming an abandoned house mission? Excuse us, is anyone home? So, this was the correct choice. Financial was. Who are you? Here we go. Huh? A girl? It's a little girl. Are you the only one home? We're here to deliver a package. She finally arrived? Come on in. Interesting. She didn't bother hearing what we had to say. Must be the one who ordered the package. That's weird. Well, I never heard about a little girl living here. I don't know what to tell you. I wasn't explaining it either. Can't pretend I like her. We didn't just meet her. Hell is going on? Let's find out. Let's get a better understanding of what has happened. Famous antique of Rosenberg doll. Doesn't look that expensive. It's one of yours. She's not a doll. She's my precious little sister. Isn't she cute? Is she now? We were able to reunite the two of you. Thank you, everyone. Gonna take her back to our room. Doesn't understand what's going on. I don't think anyone else is home. Then we should answer it. I think you're right. Should we? Oh, it's Imelda. What are you doing here? It's a good question. So it's actually owned by Imelda. Where did the little girl go? Is she hiding somewhere? Oh god, creepy. Explained. Pair of twin stars may only get my hands on one of them though. There's nothing wrong, but I always thought strange I could never find a prospective buyer. You know, simple stuff. There we go, and that's what she felt. Maybe responsible. Weird, creepy, doll girl. This would be great for her bottom line. Always about the money, indeed it is. The sooner we leave here, the better. I would like to look round said house, actually. Okay. No? Alright. Manage all the packages. You guys are lifesavers. No problem. Mean to ask. She okay? Her face is kind of pale. Of course, Ellie doesn't like ghosts. As that is, some missed deliveries delivered. We're going to do the Chief Tolter honey stuff last. So that means that we've got to go to temporary theme park ride. So we need to take the bus with us. Let's head to the garage and make sure that our stuff's still there. It is. So let us head towards the Harbour District, where we're going to have to take said things on our way down. So, of course, being T.O.'s favourite one. Next cruise ship will soon be departing. Be aboard quickly. Okay, just because it's saying that, let's do Chief Tolter first. So, where exactly are we meant to be going? At Mr. Hayward's house on the residential district, so let's do that. And I believe Mr. Hayward's house is this one? No, it must be the other one with the car. Of course it's the one with the car. Pardon us, it's us. Hello again, SSS. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, I'm glad you came. Can you tell us what happened since yesterday, Chief Tolter? I understand there's been a new development. Yes, I've heard the situation is more dire than we originally thought. I'd like to discuss with you all in depth as soon as possible. Of course. What are the new developments? Indeed. Went to the Azure to attempt to persuade Derek once again. Told me he needs to break ties with Minith because he's far too suspicious. So he got straight to the point. Yes, and he still refused. In fact, I learned something new. I already had to discuss the matter with Mr. Hayworth. Something new? Were you able to ascertain Minith's plans? Told me, it's caught me off guard, to be honest. Minith's grip on the village is far tighter than we imagined. What do you mean by that? When we learned yesterday, several villagers did trust him. Is it more than that? It has not only secured the private property in Old Monica, but due to every last plot of land but in the village itself. Of course. He what? As shocking as that is, one question comes to mind. How is he able to snatch something so important? Good question. From what we know, he's planning something that calls for expanding the village's lotus fields. More plots of land he collects from the villagers, the more he expands lotus fields, increases the harvests. The Quincy company takes over the management of the fields themselves, would also reduce the required labor. Does line up. Good thing for the village, but it didn't realize what a sacrifice it would be. It's all good to be true. Miss understand these land titles, he could abuse them any way he wanted. This man cannot be trusted. That's why if he had stopped with our private property, blah blah blah, I accidentally pressed A. Now that he's using every plot of land, the results could be catastrophic. You guys talking shit out of luck when it comes to breaking that contract, though. Here's where you come in. If you can expose him, we can make sure the contract is null. I know that nothing criminal has transpired here on the surface. Can you look into this? Well, the SSS is different as far as CPD protocol is concerned. Job is to give citizens support when they request it. If you give them reason to see Myth as suspicious, we're willing to help. So, why not ask Ian, Mr. Grimwood? He's only working off suspicions at the moment, but if you explain the situation to Ian, he may be able to point you in the evidence you're looking for. Sounds like a good idea. If you can produce a shred of evidence against Minith, then it'll act as a good starting point for the investigation. On the other hand, he's been incredibly busy since the mayor advocated for independence. It's no guarantee he'll have time to see you. Only one way to find out. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's go pay him a visit. Let's see what we're doing. So, we're going to try and break some laws, try and find out if Minith has broken some laws. My guess would be on the Orbital van, that it might be stolen property. Is what I would probably guess on. Mr. Grimwood, we are here. Mr. Grimwood, what a relief you were in your office. Yes, in the middle of taking a break. You seem in desperate need of a consultation. Isn't it obvious? Well, I've seen those looks on your faces come through my door countless times. Please take a seat. I may be busy, but I'll gladly listen. Our apologies and thank you. All the authors explain what they learned about Minith in the last 24 hours along with what he'd done. As mentioned, Minith had been collecting deeds to Armonco village's plots of land. Quite the predicament the village finds itself in. A case like this would typically take top priority for me. But I've been busy this week drafting the the first constitution for the mayor. I apologize that I don't have time to take over this case personally. A simple consultation would be helpful. Indeed it would. Very well, while you're here. Any insight? No evidence of been doing anything criminal at this point, at least as far as we can tell. Is there something that we're missing? I have one idea. You figured something out? An everybody friend gave me a reference material that had a very similar case, though I can't say the circumstances exactly match. We're looking for any lead that could help us. If you think there's a similarity, we'll be happy to hear it. Very well, if you insist. I recall the best I can. So, several years ago, a man visited an Erebonian barren estate. The man went by the name of Rittner. He introduced himself as a professional businessman working for a famous brewing company. Rittner presented the Baron with an opportunity to become rich beyond his wildest dreams. Quickly, at that. He wanted to use the Baron's barley fields that had passed down in his family for generations to expand the brewing company. They would construct a brewery on the Baron's land, and his family would be responsible for managing it. It was a good idea. It does indeed sound a lot like that. Baron accepted a deal written as contract, then under the guise of constructing the brewery, fields and a portion of the Baron's land were temporarily transferred to Rittner. Additionally, the Baron converted his assets into capital. For the sake of getting the business off the ground, Rittner disappeared with both these to his land and that capital. Indeed. The hell? Baron's family were in a panic after suddenly lost contact with Rittner. At the time, the Baron hardly had any idea of the events that were about to unfold. Ultimately, they learned Rittner had sold the deeds to a third party. Baron's land was to become a suburb. In the end, the Baron's family racked up a substantial debt. Before long, they had lost their entire territory. With that, the family was stripped of their rank and they disappeared. It was one hell of a story. They conned the man into giving up property and sold it to them right under notice. Who would do such a thing? Your investigation reminded me of that case. Lie to earn trust and run off with the large fortune. Common method for committing fraud. Indeed, fraud? That case is the same. Then Minith may not be a Quincy Company employee after all. Simply be a common trying to swindle a moniker for all they're worth. I cannot say that's the case, though I'm worried it may be. Too many similarities between your story and the one we're investigating. Shift our focus to being a potential fraud case. More leads to these kind of things we should be looking into. There are two things highly suspicious about this. First of his plan, we need to find out who'd done anything to establish a Monaco Honey Company or not. By following a trail of mirror, Matt glowed to start a process in Crossbell. Sham, then evidence we may need to be at the IBC. Indeed, if he's really employed. Let's visit Grandfather's home. Indeed, the data brochure would have kind of information we need. I wouldn't discount the possibility. Official criminal material, you may be able to find something contradictory to what Myth said. First to cover all your bases. Indeed. Very good advice. He is an incredibly busy person, so... Well, of course, let him know. Let's find the evidence of fraud. First things first is I think that this book looks... The book kind of looks suspicious. But of course I may be wrong. The door is locked. What is in that behind that door? Do we know? Are we aware? Right, let's go find this brochure. The McDowell estate. I don't know which room it's meant to be. Here we go. Quincy Company brochure, things even bound. Ton of effort. Especially issue Quincy tirelessly innovating confectionery and special aims to provide a brief introduction to his hard work. Any confectionery for his taste. For a cheaters and tasty, why would anyone enjoy it? Refuses to compromise the quality of our products. With lace equipment, naturally, we pay the utmost attention to hygiene. We are particular about the sort of ingredients and where they are sourced. Standards for product development are also strict. Here we go. There's a bit more of a tried and tested. You did notice something, indeed. Sorry to cut in. The only one who figured it out, won't be safe for when you question Minith. Alright, let's do it. Let's do this. And I think it's because he's wanted to something about the production. Or something along those lines. But let's head now to the IBC. We'll use the quick warp. The now what seems defunct IBC tower, but I'm sure it's not. Cooperation with investigation. Possible for you to do an account search for Slamfe. Investigate suspicion of mirror transfer. Explain the situation. It is related to a legitimate one. Okay. Minith first. What's wrong? Finding something wrong with the account. There we go. It's kind of evidence we need. Indeed it is. Let's return to the Hayworth residence. So, there was a whole bunch about hygiene, etc, etc, I believe that he said. And I would put that down as the thing that we would need to do. Speak to the guys. There you are. So you've returned. Made it, Mr. Grimwood. So you've returned, Mr. Hayworth. Indeed, I've asked my business associates. How are things going your end? Thanks, Mr. Greenwood. Not sure quite to make of it though. We went through the trouble of digging that up, so you may share with the rest of the class. Researching a certain market. Price of land. There we go. More like an estate agent at this point. Suspected as much. He may have also discovered something useful when we saw each other. Indeed. In short, an insurance to have him hit up the deep deeds. Making time, recommend you don't wait for us. Right, let's go. To our Monaco village we go. To the Mishy mobile. So, there's some things happening here. There we go. Special support section. I have you guys for you, Derek Myth. What kind of deal were you hoping to strike today? Right before Derek finished signing the paperwork, we opened into operation. Loads of tools I obtained from this village. Quincy would take over the management. Corporation harvesting are you'll be able to streamline the production of our candy. Temporary transfer of the land's rights to the company is necessary first to smooth the process. Lloyd. Few more questions, Meneth. Suspicion of fraud. Please calm down. Suspect that I'm sort of sure criminal. Surely you have some kind of proof of your claim. That we do. Why don't you tell me about it? Mind you, I'm an imperial citizen. Try not to bring in any without divisive evidence. I must resolve this even with the police officer. Fine with us. Lloyd, don't worry. Let me handle this. I have no doubt Meneth guilty. I'm expose Meneth and show Derek the truth. Okay, let's do this. What's your first question? Combined with company's acumen, surefire success. Banners hasn't progressed at all. Fuck, I got it wrong. Intended to my plans, it was low from embassy to fund the construction. Only had Bedman and Bands required to open a counternet. Bands to build a factory and run the business with so little starting capital. It's like no mirror. Now the other thing. Still not satisfied, of course we aren't. What are you talking about? Are you mate isn't associated? You say something so outlandish, show your biz cards. Main points. Actually, a quick connection between you, which tells us to stay in the accounts. They don't do subsidiaries. Fuck. I forgot this because I did this yesterday. Or a couple of days ago. I've been working since I've recorded. But of course he doesn't like sweets. The employed by Quincy, do you agree or disagree? It's not going to work. Commit to not liking them in this very conversation. How stupid do you think we are? There we go. It's alright to win Derek's trust. What is the meaning of this? You tricked me. We are not scoundrels, thank you very much. No one's so nice to deceive this village. Seizing land rights. Looking into state land prices, you're employed by the Quincy Company in search for business opportunities. This would make no sense. There we go. Dead from the start is to acquire land. Seedy Mutual is high value location. Result of a real estate agency to have villas built there. How much mirror do you think you could sell for? Tens of millions of mirror. I've got him. Certainly is. I am his assistant, Pete. Produce a photo for everyone to see. Look like Imagine with the same face as Minutes. Boom boom. Man in the picture is... I reported Mr. Grimmon in the Empire when gave him this time long ago. And voted as Minith is Rittner. Of course. Plot twist that we were all expecting. Tell him what only could mean, with pleasure. Must be the exact same. You're a crook, you'll be charged. Previously committed an Erebonia. How many skeletons in his closet? We would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for the damn kids. Oh. All good. A battle it is. Fare thee well, we shall never meet again. Bloblanc would see that as ugly because of the coercion, but anyway, we can't let them escape. Chase him, of course. Look at the silver lining, none of the villagers were hurt. What a mess. Let's report what's happened. So there we go. I can't think of enough. Also, Randy Dots. So that means he's part of the Red Constellation. Those actually saved us from a clutch of that Beth. Only a matter of time before he's caught. Caused a lot of trouble, roped into his scheme, and nearly cost us the village. Fixed the village, I know my fathers, and ruined everything. I have no right to become the next village chief. That's where you're wrong. You will learn from this. But that's my mistake. Fisher cannot hinge entirely on a single stubborn man's ideology. We work together, cooperate and discuss the ideas for the village. We can protect the village for our future. You're right. Dedicate yourself to the betterment of this village. Happy to we're able to reconcile. But socket it was he learn how to read a room. I'm set, please allow you for once more. Pass the message along. Continuing our relationship. You look out for Minith. I'll contact us if he returns. You can always do a request. And we get that particular village threat under gun and one and done. So, what is all left for us to do, I believe, is to ride in the car. Let's head to Crossbell and get none of the extra detective points because I messed up. But you know what? That's part of life. And we will make our way to Mishelm Wonderland. It's for the last of the... We've got 2 extra rounds. We get a guiding light equipment badge. Nice. We certainly will keep ourselves here. So let us get to the harbour and make our way to Mishelm for our special support request, especially for Tio. So let's see what we're doing. We're gonna head to the theme park. Made our way to the front gate. This isn't good. The entire schedule has been thrown off by this. Indeed it has. Excuse me, we're the CBD Special Support Section. Would you happen to be Hanks? We're here for the request you submitted. Indeed we are. You're the SSS. Let's see. They're gonna fit us perfectly. I'm guessing we're gonna pretend to be Mishy. Teotot has a bit of an obsession. We know him. Not like you can live in Crossbell for very long without seeing that furry guy. Does Mishy have something to do with your quest? The thing is, we received bad news this morning. The actor who portrayed Mishy since the park's opening has called in sick. Indeed he has. His stomachache is found to be prescribed more medicines than others, but we can make it back work as soon as he's able. If that goes well, he'll be back in action sometime this afternoon, but he leaves the same problem with the morning performance. Need you to don the fur and be the stand-in. It's gotta be Lloyd. It's not my fault. Randy was going to finish his costume. Can't wait for nothing. I accept. Then you're ready to get started. Theodore, is something wrong? You're being very quiet. She's realizing the third wall. Everything is settled. Let's guide you to the locker room. Quest temporary theme park job required. Well, how do I look? It suits me. It's a full bodysuit. How do you feel? It could be hot in there. Sure it will. One more breathable outfits to say the least. Height is right. Feels loose though. I'm a little bit weird to move in. Where did Tia run off to? Sorry for the wait. She gonna be... Of course. We knew it. Don't tell my own older brother I forgot my face. You gotta be kidding. The other character likes to play hide and seek. I haven't played the apartments yet. The random shift and start till later, so I thought, what the hell? Supervise. Every little bun he makes, his shines students ruin the day. So we've at least got a Mishy fanatic overseeing us. I have no idea what to do. Make Wishy with Mishy. Make a Wishy with Mishy. She, of course, will not tolerate mistakes. Let's get out there. Make a Wishy with Mishy. Okay. Some little support request fun. Hope here goes nothing. Wow, it's Mishy. Look, a real life Mishy. We're gonna be as nice as possible. Your Mihi was on point. Okay. I'm just gonna be as nice as fucking possible. Hey, Noel, was he? It's Mishy and Michette. Super kick. Famous Mish defense. Can you imagine being in a job where you're just harassed by little kids by them kicking you? We served as well, okay. Tight the morning schedule is, let's go. Okay guys, of course. Harder than we wish in the hot inside the costume. Need to be as nice as possible. It's Mishy, of course. I'm going to stand between them. Is that right? Or am I going to get hit? It was perfect. Okay. So I'm going to be with you. Okay. Let's go do this now. To the next location. Is it going to be the dance? It is. With passion and pizzazz. Absolute nightmare fuel stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. Make a wishy with Mishy. We've reached Michelin. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but here we are. Passionate brought the house down. It was a successful close. Looked with pride in the fact he was able to say goodbye to the park goers and make their wishes come true. Then we went to the rest area together. We managed to pull that one off. We did. Good job. My guy's good enough for you. Can't stop talking about Machette. Are you serious? We'll accept this, a Machette doll. That feels like something for T.O. Was drenched in sweat. Nice work. Wouldn't believe, costume in the locker. He's gonna be some buff ass gnarly dude. Voice change, second you put it on. There we go. It's like the Majin Buu guy. Feels like we've uncovered, indeed. It's like the guy who plays Majin Buu is just like this bald bloke with a beard and like proper big, but Majin Buu's voice is like, ah, Majin Buu! And it just feels really like weird. I digress anyway, but I think we've successfully done our dues here. Made our way to the airport, to the theme park, and done our 3 different support requests. So, look for Desolation. We've been through a lot. So this is how I climbed to the ladder of adulthood. Very funny. Right. And with that, I believe we have done all of the support quests we need to do today. So let's head back to the special support section. Report in these. I don't believe there was any other things that we needed to do today. I will double check, but I will see you guys in the next episode where we head towards the Rosenborg studio, most probably. Peace.